Hi guys and gals, welcome to 7 Days to Die. This is Slagg. My buddy Penndall, who helps me build these bases, we actually build them together, couldn't make it today, so I'm going to have to do this on my own. This is the Great White North server. It's a pretty good server. They have excellent mods and a bunch of extra buildings. There's airports big and small, um, train stations. We found an aircraft carrier beached up on land. It had 6 decks below and 3 decks in the tower. But the airports are loaded with loot. The train stations are tough. The zombies run at night. Uh, it's actually a pretty good server with plenty of mods. Now, I left my land claim on. I want to talk to you guys real quick about something. If your land claim crosses a road, do not put on the protection mode. There's nothing more annoying, and especially like this one where there's a traitor. There's a traitor right there. You're hauling butt down the road on your bicycle, motorcycle, truck, whatever, and bam, you run into somebody's land claim and it bounces you out. Then you have to figure out where the edge of his land claim is. And you can't use this section of road. It's a real pain in the butt, and it's very inconsiderate. As long as your base has doors on it, nobody can get in. So don't use the protection mode if you're going to cross the road with the land claim. Now, Penndall and I have been building that. This is called the tower. We've been building this for a year or so. We have it down. We can build the whole thing in about one game day. I'm going to show you the workshop first. Now, there's no reason to put any protection on the building because they're separated. We found out if you separate your workshop from your fighting base that you don't have to protect it, because on Horde night nobody's in it and the zombies do not mess with it. But this is the upper deck. We built this one from scratch. You know, we got an outside bar, barbecue grill set up, you know, just kind of make the place look fancy. This is the first one we built on the beach. Penndall wanted a one with a beach view, so we built this one on the beach. All of our workshops are exactly the same setup, just different interiors. If you stand next to the med box, which is in the center, that's why it's upright, you can reach everything. And you don't have to constantly be moving around and running and walking. You can go right from the forge to the box you need. You can use the entire shop from one place. See, it's not completely done. We only have one mixer. That is a must, guys. Try not to make your workshops to where you have to run way the hell over here, grab something, run way back over to the bench, get to the bench, start to make it. Oh, crap, I need iron. You got to run way over here to get iron. Man. Make it to where you can just stay in one spot and boom, 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 boom. Work your magic. Okay, enough about the shop. Oops. Okay, this is the tower. And as you can see, we have different versions of it that just depend on how strong the zombies are in that server. Uh, it's 40 blocks long, and 10 blocks wide. We just changed the fighting tower itself. There's 5 different versions of it or so. This worked excellent. It's kind of a high maintenance because there's 2 ramps. We run ladders up the sides so we can work on it and maintain it after Horde Night. But this one is very high maintenance. I'll get back with you on the next one. I'll teleport over there. All right, guys and gals. This is our second base. That one there is our buddy Mark's. It too is pretty low maintenance. But this is our second base. The building was already here. It was unfinished. And we finished it up. It's 3 stories. We put a bridge across. From the building over to the fighting base. The fighting bases need level ground, and they take up a little bit of room. So we leveled off the top of the mountain to put the base. It has a walkway all the way around the outside so we can pick off the intermittent herds that come through once in a while. This is the first floor, and it's the parking garage. Now this is the second floor with the workshop. Put the door in so you can go out and walk around the outside of the building. We put in a full kitchen. There was nothing in here. It was all empty when we took the building over. This is a pool room. This is the workshop. See, it's almost the same. The interior is different, but the setup is the same. I can't stress how much you need to keep everything the same. If you're going to work, anything you need to work on the bench is right here to make mods, trucks, cars, whatever is in the bench box. Anything you need to make in the chemistry station or the lab is in here. You're not searching around for stuff, guys. I can't stress how much to make sure you keep everything within distance and the ease and ability to remember where things are. Oh, I almost forgot. In this one, we have a library where we've been stocking books. We don't have every edition of all of them, but we do have most. Yeah, see that one's missing 2 and 6. But we've slowly been adding books to it. This is the 3rd floor, the roof. Put a little garden on the roof, swimming pool. See, this is where I get my water from. This is a never-ending water supply. I can show you how to do that in another vid. But we got a cooler. We normally have some drinks in it. It's almost empty. A little bit of food. Matter of fact, let me grab one right now. And this is the bridge. Now, this one is called the Dead Pool or Death Pool. Now, the trap here, we almost always make it at least 3 by 3 so it can hold a blade trap or iron spikes or log spike, you know, whatever you want to use. They all float because there's nothing for them to hit on, so we don't have to worry about them collapsing the structure. And this is what it looks like from the inside. It's full of water, and it slows them down. Plus the bomber zombie, the water seems to absorb some of the blast. They all have safes in them, food, water, medical supplies, and cement, steel, rebar, wet concrete to fix the base with, ammo, and different guns. I use certain guns for Horde Night. Now you can see from up here, this is where we throw the grenades and things like that. So you can see where we have leveled off the top of the mountain. If you look way over there, there's a big ass garden that Mark put in for the whole community. Now the building was supported by legs, and Penndall and I tore them all out and floated the building too, so the zombies just walk right underneath it. This bridge was a bitch to build because of its height, and it's long and narrow, but it all turned out good. All right, this base is fairly easy to maintain and low resources to maintain. It took a lot to build it, but once it was built, it was easily maintained. Let's go to the third base, which is the easiest to maintain and takes very little resources to build. Okay, this one is the easiest to build and maintain. You know, we have the garden. Let me take that coyote out before he freaking attacks me. I'm not going to skin him. I don't have time right now. But now this one is the easiest to maintain, and it is the pyramid. We call it that because we started out with the ramp like a pyramid. But we had to refine it to get it to work properly. Once it worked properly, it was fantastic. And if I'm not mistaken, this one is 30 by 12. But it's pretty simple.